Alright, I'm working on the nasal area today on the Triceratops skull, and I've picked away some of the matrix up in the nasal opening, and here you can see on the image we'd have the nasal horn, and then the rostrum or the upper beak, and then the little thin bones in the nasal area. And on the specimen, this is the nasal horn, and this is the rostrum coming down, the beak, and then in here are the thin nasal bones. Sometimes they're present, sometimes they're not. This specimen has it, so should prep out really nice. The bone surface is really soft, and so as I've picked away the matrix with a dental pick, I'm adding CA to stabilize it. The fossil's still damp, so the CA won't bond very strong to the surface, but it'll get inside and stabilize the fossil. Alright, in the nasal area again on the Triceratops skull, I just wanted to show you how we're first tackling the processes. We've opened up the jacket to expose the fossil area, and you can see there's a layer of matrix over top of these bones coming out about 2.5–3 inches. And what I'll do in this first process is just pick away at this matrix and get it down to the bone layer, and then I will add glue as I go, because it's fairly unstable right now. But you can see the matrix comes off really easily. There's a mudstone in here, and also some sand deposits, and a lot of plant material. This black layer you see is actually plant material, and sometimes it looks like fossil, but it's not. Fossilized plant. And we'll pick down and just get down to the surface. I've added glue right in here. You can see where it's turned white, and that's from the moisture. And so the matrix right next to it's going to be more stable, so I'll go just beyond it and pick around. And this is where photographs come in handy. You can see this picture of the Triceratops with the nasal bones, so that helps let me know where I'm going to run into fossil, and lets me know as I'm getting down in when to slow down and to expect bone. So pictures like this are very, very useful in preparation. Alright, I've gotten down close to the fossil, and you can see the reddish brown color here, and then the matrix beside it. So now that I'm close, I want to go really slow, because I know the fossil surface is unstable right now. You see it picks away really good. And then we want to brush that area off lightly, since the surface is unstable. And we can see the fossil. This is fossil here. This is matrix, and this is actually matrix. It's got a brownish color, but right underneath of it's more clay. And so we'll pick that away. This area here is the start of the premaxilla, and we're hoping there's teeth. You can see how unstable that fossil just wants to move. So now we've got to get glue down in there to stabilize it. Alright, I'm going to put some glue down in there, and since it's fairly stable, I can use Vinac, and I'll just coat the surface, and this will get down in there. It'll take about 10 minutes to stabilize, to dry out, but a little easier to prepare than CA, and when I can use Vinac, I'd rather use that. So there, we've got it down in, and we'll work in another area till that dries. Alright, I've cleaned out in the nasal area. You can see the bone exposed now. That was all done with a dental pick, and then I've added Vinac and CA to the fossil. So now I'm going to blast up towards the brow horn and expose cracks up there so I can get some glue up in there before I take out any more matrix. We'll be using microblaster. I've got a air hose there sucking in the powder. We'll just start blasting that off. Alright, now we have the left side of the nasal exposed, and I'll keep microblasting and gluing and working it down to see the finished fossil.